Welcome to Paritranaya. We often have a confusion as to what is the difference between the center and the state. Why do we have two systems? One system at the center, one system at the states. So to understand this, let us take an analogy. If we want to perform anything or if we want to accomplish something, if one single individual is involved, then that cannot be accomplished in an efficient way. It cannot be implemented in a proper manner. So generally, if the work is assigned between two different people, or if the work is divided between two different personalities, then that work can be accomplished in a faster manner. Similarly, when it comes to nation as a whole, there are many things to be done. So if all the works are being done by one single government, then it will be practically difficult for it to accomplish. That's why in order to reduce the effort, our constitutional framers, what they have done, they have divided the work between the center and the states. So where exactly have they mentioned about this division? They have mentioned about this division in a schedule, in a seventh schedule. So we all are aware that there are 450 plus articles in our constitution, around 12 schedules and a preamble. Okay, but now we'll be concentrating only on the schedule which divides the work between the center and the states, and that schedule is seventh schedule. So what the seventh schedule does, it mentions about the subjects on which the center is supposed to work and the subjects on which the state is supposed to work. So this seventh schedule consists of totally 3 lists. List 1, List 2, List 3. Okay, so each of these lists consists of subjects. How many subjects? Whether we need to go through each and every subject? No, not important. Only the important subjects which appear repeatedly in the newspaper or which are connected to our day-to-day life, so they will become important. Rest all the things can be skipped. Okay, it means there are certain subjects in list 1, certain subjects in list 2, list 3. So this list 1, it is also called as union list. Union list. So it consists of many subjects, but among the many subjects, I'll just take 1 or 2 examples. So one is defense. One is defense. Next, banking. Similarly, this list 2 is also called as state list. Is also called as state list. So let us take a few examples. So under the state list, we have subject called as police. We have subject called as health. Similarly, list 3 is also called as concurrent list. Concurrent list. So an example of subjects present over here are education, and trust. So here, when it comes to center, it can make laws only on the union list. Center can make laws only on the union list. It cannot make laws on the state list. It cannot make laws on the state list. There are certain exceptions. We will be discussing about those exceptions in the subsequent videos. But here, for time being, we shall assume that center can make laws only on the union list subject and it cannot make laws on the state list subject. It means center can make laws on the subject of defense, on the subject of banking, but center cannot make a law on the subject of police. It cannot make a law on the subject of health. Similarly, when it comes to states, so states can make law only on the state list subjects. It means states can make law on the police, it can make law on the health, but it cannot make laws on defense, it cannot make laws on banking. Okay, banking. So this is state list. Next, when it comes to concurrent list, so example is education and forest. Here both center as well as state, both of them can make laws on the concurrent list subjects. But suppose if there is a misunderstanding, if there is a difference between the law made by the center and the state, which one will prevail? So here the center's law will prevail over that of the state. Okay, with that of the state. So in this fashion, our constitutional makers have divided the law making powers between the center and the state with the help of 7th schedule. In the subsequent classes, we'll study much more about the center state. So what are the legislative relations, what are the executive relations, and so on. For all the further updates, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.